job is to lead you away from God. If they start bringing these things up and publicize it, make it a big thing like they make any little thing, if they made it as big as Pokemon Go or these, the protests going on, if they made it as big as those, yeah, if they made it as big as Pokemon Go, um, people will start to, wake up, and that's not what they're here to do. So mass animal deaths for 2016. This is the End Times is a prophecy website, and I like this website a lot because it tells you, we losing a lot of bees, and bees are very valuable. All the animals are very valuable, but this is the list: 313 known mass death events, 65 different countries, and this is just the whole list right here. You know what I mean? And they all have links, so you could go ahead and read it. I mean, when you look at this list, it's just crazy. 40,000 birds, 100 bull sharks, 14,000 ducks, thousands of dead fish, 1,000 plus geese, 10,000s of dead fish, several tons of fish, thousands of dead fish, mass fish die off, thousands of dead. Man, it just goes on. And we 13,000 birds, and we're big consumers on fish. 45,000 cattle, and we're big consumers on cattle and fish and just livestock. So the angel of death, excuse me, the horseman of death, he comes by, he comes with the sword, he comes with the famine, he comes with hell, and he sweeps up these animals. He sweeps just mass death, just take their lives, right, just right off. You know what I mean? And we can't even. They die so much so fast. It's like there's almost no time to preserve these animals. I mean, this is just a mass die off, and what's the cause? The outcome of this is famine. Food is going to be scarce. Water also, the Bible also talks about the water becoming bitter and undrinkable, and men drinking it and dying. These things are coming to pass. Food is coming to be scarce. And if you go down this whole list, this is the whole 2016. But it also has 2015, 14, 13, 12, 11. Mind you, so this has been going on for about a good 8 years right now. Just imagine in a few more years at a rate this is going. This is happening so far in July, almost every day or every other day, and it's like two in different sections of the world, and is twice a day. Imagine at this rate, at this rate, at this rate is going, we won't see that much livestock. I remember when I was a kid growing up in Queens, I remember I used to see a lot of insects. Like, I remember there used to be a lot of bugs, like in certain areas where I grew up, and there used to be a lot of bugs, and especially in New York. There used to be a lot of bugs in New York. There used to be a lot of flies, all different types of crazy insects, dragonflies. Like, you don't even see those no more. You don't see those no more. You know what I mean? And there's Facebook notifications. You don't even see those things no more. You know what I mean? So, guys, I'm only just trying to bring you guys this to just bring you the news and to stay awake. And don't think God doesn't have, I'm not saying this to scare you, but if you are getting scared at this point, it's because you're still new to this. Um, don't think God do not have solutions for this. God always has a solution in the way out, and the way out is through His Son. It is through Christ. Christ shall reveal us everything that we need to know. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna watch a few minutes of this video, and after that, I'm gonna leave you guys with a final word.
It looked super. I thought, well, I can salvage those, but they were all dead.
Less than 10 feet away from the die-off, crawling around from these other 9 hives right over here.
Alright, today is the 12th of June 2008, and I had 5 colonies. 2 remain. Within 24 hours. All 3 of these hives are completely dead.
Scientists say there are some leads into why a large number of gharials are dying in the Chamba River. Post-mortem results show that they died of renal diseases like gout and kidney failure, and these have been caused by unidentified toxins. During the past 6 months, there have been 4 recorded instances of mass fish deaths in the Yamuna. Scientists believe these deaths have occurred due to increasing levels of toxins in the river.
There's about 200,000 bats typically spend the winter in this mine, and I'm afraid a very large percentage of them are going to die in this.
Across the northeastern United States this winter, researchers estimate that hundreds of thousands of bats died, and nobody knows why.
Alright, I think you guys kind of get the picture. I'm gonna stop right there. And you could, I mean, it's tons of video. This video is about 2 hours long, and is more over 2 hours. It's 2 hours of straight up raw footage. Straight up just raw footage of mass animal death. You know, guys, you know, here's what I'm gonna, you know, here's what I'm saying. And this is why the GMO movement is such of a huge movement. It's such of a huge movement, you know, on their part, on the elite, you know, the people that's, you know, just watching everything unfold. I mean, they want to preserve their life, and once you know, once the you know there's nothing really left good to eat. Guess who's gonna have the food at the end of the day? Yes, the elite, the government. They're gonna have the food because they genetically modify everything. They building everything. All their food now is coming from labs. Everything they grow now is coming from labs. It's not even grown out of the ground as it used to be. You know, they got fake everything now. Fake meat, fake fish, fake burgers, fake salad. Everything now is man-made, and that's why we eating these things, and it's also killing us, giving us cancer and all that. They trying to preserve themselves because they see everything what's going on. They know prophecy. They see what's going on in the earth. They know what's going on in the earth, and they trying to make sure that you know that they preserve themselves and that they're gonna have food. And you know all it takes is for economic collapse, and you know at the same time this famines is going on, the economic collapse, and that's what was in Revelation. Let me go back to Revelation real quick. I'll show you guys something. Revelation 6. Go back to Revelation 6 when it talks about, and I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts, a measure of a wheat for a penny. Just wheat. Just like a measure of wheat for a penny. 3 measures of barley for a penny. You know what I mean? And see thou not hurt the oil and the wine. Like, everything is going to be scarce. You know, this is just to show you, you know, this is another horse that's coming to bring poverty. This is poverty. A measure of wheat for a penny. You know, just a little bit of wheat, give me a penny. I trade you a little bit of wheat for a penny because there's really nothing more. All right, let's not hurt the wine and the oil. Let's preserve what we got. I mean, this is just poverty coming. You know what I'm saying? And after the poverty comes, then this great famine kicks in right here. You know what I mean? Just right after you see the great famine right here. The pale horse, death, hell, and and killed with the sword, with hunger, with death, and the beasts of the earth. This is the great famine right here. And guess who's gonna have the answers? On the world when these things happen, when the economy collapses. Guess who's gonna have the answers? Guess who's gonna have the food? Because Revelation also talks about the coming of the Antichrist and how he forces all to receive a mark, and no man should buy or sell without this mark. You're not gonna be able to buy their food, their GMO food, their GMO chips, junk food, and Snicker bars. You're not gonna be able to buy. You're not gonna be able to sell. You're not gonna be able to trade. You're gonna need this mark to be part of this system. And this is one thing they're gonna use. They're gonna use food to lure people in. They're gonna use food. This is the great famine. And they're gonna use the tool of, look, we have food. You come to us, you're gonna eat. We're gonna feed you all the GMO you can think of. Because ain't nothing gonna be left real for you to eat. Anything left real for you, there's nothing left for you real for you to eat. You're gonna be eating just like an upgrade version of McDonald's, Wendy's, and an upgrade version of Red Lobster. The new synthetic made, cloned, whatever lab grown lobsters, that's what you're gonna be eating. All jokes aside, I'm being dead serious. You know what I mean? And they're strategic about everything that they're doing. With the economy, with the food, with the wars they're creating, especially in these times. I'm trying to help you guys stay awake. With that being said, like, subscribe, share. Most importantly, make sure you guys are praying. Make sure you guys are praying. Make sure you guys are fasting. Make sure you guys are staying in the Word, keeping up. Stay awake, all right? The Lord says, pray that you may be accounted. Pray that you should be accounted to escape all of these things that are coming upon the earth. Got to stay awake and pray so that we can escape all of this crap. You know what I mean? It's going to be history repeats all over itself all over again. When you look at the children in Egypt and they was walking through that desert, man, it was God providing food for them. We got to have the same faith. When they was going through the desert, the Lord provided food from them, from the clouds. The Lord provided water from the clouds. Guys, you guys got to start fasting. You got to start being able to go long periods of time without food or water. My fasting testimony, I did it. And one thing it revealed to me that I was able to just, the only way I was able to draw strength to stand on my feet, to walk, to move outside was through prayer. Because I deprived myself of food and water. There was no food, there was no water for me to drink to strengthen my body. But I realized every time I prayed, I was good. I was good. I was good for a good hour spurt. 2 hours spurt or 45, 30-minute spurt. When I got weak, I prayed and I was good. The fasting is powerful because it makes us dependent upon prayer, right? The Lord said men do not live off of bread and water alone, but every word that comes out of the mouth of God. This is our source of our strength. The Lord said,